Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk, how does he focus? I've been studying him for years at this point, trying to break down what the hell he actually does to operate at the level that he does. He's one of the only entrepreneurs that I've seen literally break the principles. I always tell entrepreneurs, don't have multiple companies at the same time. Dude's running Tesla, SpaceX, and God knows the fucking government at this point, all at the same time. How does he do it? I'm about to tell you in this video. I've taken all the tactics, all the strategies, the micro, the macro, every little detail that I could, the highest leverage things that you can learn from, I've put in this video. Let me tell you something. I literally do this for a living. My job is to study the top 1% entrepreneurs, take their tactics, their strategies, their habits, put them into systems, and then help entrepreneurs install those systems so that they can focus properly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you focus like Elon Musk. First things first, you need to make sure that your environment is as optimized as possible. And by optimizing, when we look at Musk's example in particular, all he really cared about was being surrounded by the action. So one thing that's very interesting that a lot of people don't know is that Musk literally slept on the floor at the Tesla factory when it was actually crunch time, right? He just had like his fucking laptop up wherever the hell he wanted. Very on the go type of guy. If he had to sleep on the floor, if he had to live in like a tiny box house, he'd do it just to make sure that he was close to the action. Second thing, again, make sure that inefficiencies are stripped out. When Musk was redesigning SpaceX's workflows, he literally worked on the assembly line with the workers. And he did the same exact thing with Tesla. When you're actually in the weeds, and again, this isn't micromanaging. This is like just making sure that you understand where the bodies are buried in your business. He was working on the assembly line, making sure that every little detail was optimized so that inefficiencies were removed. And the thing is, with most entrepreneurs, not only are their businesses inefficient because, they have all these C players that are barely doing anything, that are just, basically dead weight that the business is carrying. They're not creating as much output for the business as they are, taking, like they're taking more money than they're creating value. They not only have those inefficiencies, but they themselves as individuals are inefficient, right? They got all these distractions. They got unused items on their workspace, right? Elon Musk doesn't play around like that. He's literally at the factory. He's not sitting, in his little remote workstation, with his cluttered shit, fake watching YouTube videos and telling his team or his business partners that he's doing research. He's not scrolling on his phone. He's literally in the factory. And the third thing that's very interesting about Elon Musk as the third sub point is that Elon Musk loves controlled chaos, right? So he's operating this loud, high stakes environment. There's some records that state that he listens to like loud music all the time. He's just performing at this level, which most entrepreneurs would call chaos. It's so chaotic. This is happening here. This is happening there, etc., etc. He's operating at this level consistently. And the reason why is because he's controlling the chaos. Hey guys, if you want to perform exactly like Elon Musk does, well, not exactly, but if you want to perform relatively close to him, we're hosting the free 6-week focus challenge. What we've basically done is we have studied the top entrepreneurs. I've personally worked one-on-one with over 100 plus entrepreneurs, and we have basically distilled down certain systems for work and focus to make sure that you perform optimally on both the micro and the macro. It is the highest leverage thing that you can do, and we've made it free because we want more people to try it out so that you guys will work with us in the future. However, the catch is we don't have a lot of spots available. This requires real coaches. We have like a whole system that we need to keep up in order to run this. So we can't offer it to everyone. There's limited spots. We're starting within the next few days. If you'd like to join, reserve your spot in the description below. Do not delay it, ladies and gentlemen. It is the highest leverage investment that you can personally make for yourself. Is the investment that you make in your focus, in yourself as an entrepreneur. Because let's be real, the ads aren't the problem, the market isn't the problem, the business isn't the problem. It's usually the entrepreneur that's the bottleneck. And if you can fix who you are as an entrepreneur, if you can become an A player, if you can become obsessive like Elon Musk, if you can optimize your environment, if you can fixate on first principles, you can push your limits, then you will also be able to have at least a fraction of the success that he did. Moving on to the second main point, which is that Musk fixates on first principles. So the way that Elon Musk learned rocketry, he actually said this on Joe Rogan's podcast, is he literally just bought a book and started learning it by himself. Again, this level of obsessiveness that Elon Musk had and just questioning the basics of physics is like literally what allowed him to start a company that's operating better than NASA, right? SpaceX has done more for space exploration, arguably, in the past few decades than NASA has. And again, this is all stemming from a dude who learned rocketry just with obsession and a questioning attitude towards first principles. He picked up a book, right? And he said, how can I actually challenge these assumptions so that I can understand them? And the thing is, when you actually break stuff down like Musk, you realize that you are assuming things that aren't even true. Like, for example, people assume that you need to do certain things, like, there are certain principles that you need to follow in order for you to scale your ads, in order for you to advertise, in order for you to optimize, your workspace. Like, you need to question your fundamentals, your first principles all the time. And once you question these principles, you can do what Musk does and what he did with SpaceX is you slash all the fluff, right? So Musk literally cut SpaceX's costs by building stuff from scratch, okay? So everybody was telling Elon Musk, hey, you're sending a rocket to space or whatever. You can't just buy this fucking part from Home Depot. Elon Musk was like, can I challenge this assumption? Is this true? And guess what? He actually had a part, like a fucking little part from Home Depot on one of the SpaceX rockets just to save cost, right? Again, this is what happens when you slash all the bullshit, right? The way that entrepreneurs can actually implement this is you got to drop more than you pick up. If you're chasing all these new opportunities, like that's a problem by itself, but you got to start removing stuff, right? Remove this new opportunity, that new opportunity, start eliminating so you can focus on the right things. For Elon Musk, that was cutting costs with the rockets. Third thing, subpoint. Musk literally tweaked Tesla's designs daily. This is something that Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, all the greats have in common. All of them iterate very quickly. Okay, when they sense a problem, they change it. And again, it's this level of obsessiveness that Musk had, especially with the Model 3. There is an employee on record saying that every single day, it was like, again, people call it micromanaging. It's just obsessiveness. Musk was a perfectionist when it came to the product, right? Product first entrepreneurs always win. When you're focused on the core economics of your service, of your product, of what you provide, making it as good as possible. If you're a restaurant owner, you're just trying to make your food taste so fucking good, people can't leave there without calling their friends. That is the one thing you have to nail, right? And that comes with obsessiveness and iteration. And Musk understood that, and that's why he changed those designs daily. Third main point, you need to push your mental limits. Okay, Musk used to abuse the crap out of Parkinson's law, and I would even say himself. 100-hour work weeks. This dude is a fucking machine. Okay, I remember one time there was a story. MIT engineers, all these engineers on a plane with him, told him a problem would take 6 months to fix. He told the pilot, turn the plane around. We're not leaving the factory until we solve this problem. 48 hours is all it took to solve that problem. Absolutely ridiculous how this dude operates. So Musk actually works 16-hour days that are split between Tesla and SpaceX. Again, he's fucking contradicting the core principles. How does a man run the government? I mean, obviously his stocks are quite down right now, but how do you run the government, SpaceX and Tesla at the same time? Number one, you can't, right? That's why his stocks are down. But even if you remove the government, he was running SpaceX and Tesla at the same time. Absolutely ridiculous. The way that he did that is he just worked a lot. He stacked his schedules. And we call this double time, especially when you're starting out in a business, or if you are, if you need to get something off the ground in your business. Like, for example, you're starting cold outreach or whatever it is. It takes twice, maybe even 3-4 times the actual amount of effort that it takes in the beginning. It takes 2 to 3 times more effort in the beginning than it does later on. And if you actually want to work double the average human's workday, which is what Elon Musk does, you need to fuel for endurance. Elon Musk downs coffee and skips meals all the time, right? If you're heavy on carbs, I mean, this is just biology. You're heavy on carbs, you're not extremely caffeinated, you're not going to be able to work as efficiently and as optimally, you're not going to be able to function at this level for sustainable amounts of time. And the way that Elon Musk recharged, again, Elon Musk is playing games, right? He's like one of the top ranked. Again, it's just a level of obsessiveness. I'm telling you, when you are obsessive as an entrepreneur, it carries to literally every single paradigm of life. This dude goes to play fucking games, Elon Musk, right? He's the top person in God knows the fucking country. This is again what obsessiveness allows you to do. The way that he recharges is again by doubling down on his obsession, keeping it sharp. Or when he's not doing that, all he really does is just think about how aligned his greater vision for his companies is with what he's doing every single day. As says, Elon Musk just functions on it's such a mouthful to even just read through these notes and just reiterate them and say them back to you, because the way that this individual functions, it's like superhuman almost. And it's just, I would say, if we were to personify this in a few statements, number one, you got to be in the middle of the action. Okay, so surrounded by action. That's the first thing. Second thing, question literally everything and say, why can I not do this? Is it physically impossible? That's how you become the richest man in the world, by questioning the shit that people have put down your throats for millennia, all the dogmas in the world. Like just asking, hey, yeah, I'm not a fucking astrophysicist. Why can't I just read a fucking book and start a rocket company? And third thing is just pushing your mental limits, just being obsessive, 16-hour work days. And by the way, if you want to do that, if you want to work 16-hour work days, you got to wake up early. Again, being caffeinated all the time, like just the amount of energy that it takes to actually function in that controlled chaos that Elon Musk has created for himself is just absolutely profound. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the content, like the content. We got a whole bunch of these other videos coming out where we go into all the greats of the current era, of the past, and we basically break down all their habits, their tactics, their strategies when it comes to focus in particular. And we try to boil it down to the highest leverage, most impactful few habits, tactics, and strategies that you can implement as soon as possible for yourself and reap the benefits. If you guys like the video, please subscribe. We got a whole bunch of other content that you would like. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.